So let's just jump right into it. We don't need to set a time for our NBA Daily 10, so let's just start talking basketball. So here we go, our NBA Daily 10 clockless edition since we've got time on the show. Alrighty, first game up is Nets at the Pistons, and the Nets get the win 96-90. James Harden with another triple-double. 13 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, looking real good. Kevin Durant doing Kevin Durant things, 29 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Wasn't as efficient as he usually is, but 44% on 27 shots. We will give the man credit. Blake Griffin still playing the 5, 13 points. He was a plus 22 on the floor, so you give the man credit in 27 minutes, the highest plus minus for the Nets. Joe Harris still needs to kind of get it going scoring-wise a little bit. Only 7 points on 1 of 4 from 3. We know he's a little bit better than that overall. And then LaMarcus Aldridge, folks, still getting it done, and still, I would say, at the top of the charts for sixth man of the year, folks. Is that crazy to say? LaMarcus Aldridge, 16 points, 5 rebounds in 20 minutes off the bench, and truly helping out this Nets team overall. So Nets get the win here, and it's against the Pistons. Nobody good on the Pistons. Jeremy Grant, 5 points on 0 of 9 from the field. What are we doing out there? Your best player cannot score 5 points all on free throws. You're not going to win a game like that. Sadiq Bey, decent performance last night, 12 points, 4 steals. We had Cade Cunningham leading the team in scoring with 17 points. Off the bench, Kelly Olynyk, 14 points, 10 rebounds. Real solid work there. And also real solid work by Corey Joseph off the bench of 12 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds as well. So Pistons, just like we know, what do they got? They got 1 win so far this season. What do we got? Let me refresh this. The NBA website, it's really kind of wonky. If you try to go scroll through the dates and then get back to the date, you're trying to look at all that. But yeah, the Pistons are 1-8, folks. I mean, like we know, they are nothing great on that team, unfortunately. And the Nets get the 6-point win, 96-90. Alrighty, next game up here is the Spurs and the Magic, and a little disappointing that the Magic couldn't kind of come out and win this game against the Spurs, but once again, well done to the Spurs here. DeJounte Murray, 20 points, 7 assists, 11 rebounds. What a night by him. Derek White, 12 points, 10 rebounds, also very good. And then Keldon Johnson, 20 points and 9 rebounds at the 3. Solid bench work by Thaddeus Young, 12 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 blocks, a plus 16 on the floor, the highest plus minus of the squad here in 26 minutes off the bench. We like Thaddeus Young. We liked him last season. We had him in kind of our 6th man of the year discussion, and he was a little bit lackluster to start this season, but I think this was the best night that he's had this year, so we'll see if he starts to kind of get in his groove a little bit more. An excellent kind of veteran piece for this little bit of a younger squad here coming off the bench. So well done by the Spurs here. And what's their record now? They got 4 or 5 wins, 3-6. So they still have a little bit to work to do, but overall, once again, they're always really competitive, scrappy kind of young team. And we've got some nice veteran presence here, obviously with Greg Popovich as the head coach and Thaddeus Young and all that. So not bad here for a win against the Magic. Now the Magic, Cole Anthony trying his damnedest to do everything he can to lead this team to a victory, like we see literally night in and night out. Gotta give Cole Anthony so much respect, folks. I know this Magic team isn't good overall, but Cole Anthony is truly the brightest shining piece overall for this Magic team. Cole Anthony, 21 points, 6 assists, 9 rebounds. Very well done out there. Mo Bamba down at the 5, 12 points, 7 rebounds. The second leading scorer for the squad was Wendell Carter Jr. with only 13 points and 10 rebounds. Didn't shoot the best, 1 of 5 from 3, 37% on 16 shots. Definitely just needs something else here on this Magic team to go with Cole Anthony. Just nobody else is good and consistent here on this Magic team. So another loss for them. Need the bench to kind of step it up a little bit and just somebody to kind of be a solid number 2. Who's going to step up and be the solid number 2 here for the Magic and help out Cole Anthony, so he's not the only one giving it his all night in and night out. Another unfortunate loss here for the Magic, losing 102-89. All right, then we get the Grizzlies at the Wizards, and man, oh man, maybe we kind of disrespected the Wizards a little bit by not putting them in our power rankings. We just unveiled our first power rankings of the NBA season yesterday on the show, and unfortunately, the Wizards are not in the top 10, but we do have the Grizzlies in the top 10 at number 9, so we'll see if there's any movement. We will update our power rankings for the NBA every Friday on Friday's show, so very well done with the Wizards, and we'll definitely be keeping a close eye on them as this week progresses to see if we can move them into our top 10. But a real nice win last night. Bradley Beal 17 points, 7 assists, and everybody just got it done. And this is what this Wizards team can do. They have a real good starting lineup of having Bradley Beal and Kyle Kuzma and KCP, and then the bench, folks. I know we talk about it all the time, but I absolutely love this bench. Montrezl Harrell, 18 points and 8 rebounds. He led the team in scoring off the bench in 24 minutes. Fantastic. Raul Neto off the bench, 15 points on 87% shooting. Absolutely fantastic. Denny Avdija, 5 points, 3 assists, 7 rebounds, doing it all, plus 10 on the floor. So that was all their bench, and then just as good as the bench scoring was in the starting lineup scoring. Spencer Dinwiddie, 12 points, 6 assists. Bradley Beal, 17 points, 7 assists. Daniel Gafford, 15 points, 4 rebounds. Kyle Kuzma, 13 points, 6 rebounds. And KCP, 12 points, 7 rebounds. A great scoring production night here by everybody of the Wizards. The main starting 5, 3 great bench pieces right there, and that's always a recipe for success here for any NBA team. So very well done by the Wizards of playing complete team basketball out there. And once again, big shout out to Montrezl Harrell, who's having great success and is a great fit just overall for this Wizards team. He's productive, he's playing healthy minutes. We saw last season his minutes as the playoffs kind of started and the end of the season, back end of the season started to progress. Montrezl Harrell's minutes kind of kept going down. So hopefully he's a huge piece overall for this Wizards team, and they don't cut his minutes, and they have this man be a great producer as kind of the late back end of the season kind of starts, later in the year. Obviously, we're just still in the beginning, but this Wizards team right now, what are they, 6-3? 6-3, folks. Absolutely fantastic. So very well done for the Wizards, folks. This is a really great team, and we will probably have to put them in our top 10. We apologize to the Wizards of not putting them in our initial top 10. We'll see if we have to fix that come next Friday. Now for this Grizzlies team, just unfortunately a little lackluster overall scoring-wise. Ja Morant, 11 points, but on 23% shooting. Ooh, not great. He had 4 assists and 6 rebounds, which is great, but we need a complete game. DeAnthony Melton, only 4 points on 29% shooting. Steven Adams at the 5. This is not what they are now. Last season with Valanciunas at the 5, kind of ball dominant, heavy kind of scorer down low. Steven Adams, that's really not his game. He'll be kind of the defender and beef down low, but he really isn't a huge scorer. So only 5 points on 5 shots. Jaren Jackson, 13 points on 28% shooting, not the greatest. And then Desmond Bane to round out the starters, 10 points, no steals, no blocks, no assists, no rebounds, no nothing besides 10 points. So just overall a little lackluster, then didn't get any great production off the bench like we got great production from the Wizards bench. So a little bit of an off game for the Grizzlies. And unfortunately, they lose 115-87. Alrighty, the next game up here is the Cavs at the Raptors, and the Cavs squeak out a 1-point win here, 102-101. Very well done by the Cavs, but look who is the last person to defend here to kind of close out for the win. It's Jared Allen. So here we go. Raptors with the ball, down 102-101 with 4 seconds left in the game. We get the inbound here, and Jared Allen all over OG Anunoby, forces up a bad shot, it's a contested shot, forces up a contested shot over Jared Allen, and it doesn't go. Now, does this look familiar to anybody? Because it should, because just their last game against the Blazers down 3 with 10 seconds left. Damian Lillard gets the inbound, and who's guarding Damian Lillard? It's going to be Jared Allen, and look at this, Jared Allen defense draped all over Lillard. Lillard has to toss up a 3, and it doesn't go. And we know that if you leave Lillard open 4-3 at the end of the game for a buzzer beater. He will hit it. So do we give Jared Allen Defensive Player of the Year, closing out these games over the last 2 games to secure the win? We love Jared Allen, and now the defense is truly coming alive here. The offense is great. The defense is great. Jalen Allen is truly making his presence known here and is just getting better every season, every game. And Jared Allen is working his way up into A1 Tier 1 big category, and I would say is in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, closing out the games here like great defensive bigs can, and Jared Allen has done it for these last 2 games. So absolutely big shout out to our man Jared Allen. So, Jared Allen for the Cavs, 16 points, 15 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. Great, a +5 on the floor when the highest plus-minus on the floor was 9, but that was off the bench for only 9 minutes. So Jared Allen, the highest plus-minus of the starters. He gets it done out there. Darius Garland, good scoring performance, 21 points, 8 assists on 67% shooting. That's exactly what we need from Darius Garland on a nightly basis. Now, when we talk about Colin Sexton, this is not what we need on a daily basis by him. 9 points on 23% shooting. We need Garland and Sexton both to put up 20-plus points on efficient shooting with at least 5 assists for each of them. So we need Colin Sexton to step it up a little bit, but they overall get the win, so we're not going to knock him too much. And then Evan Mobley, once again, getting it done. Is he a rookie or a second-year player? Evan Mobley is a rookie, so the rookie stepping up here at the 4, 18 points, 5 rebounds, great night. And then Dean Wade to round out the starters, 8 points and 5 rebounds. Off the bench, Ricky Rubio, 11 points, and then C.D. Osman, another good game. Is this Cavs team is truly finding their footing, folks. I think we can kind of start believing and betting on this Cavs team. They are 6-4, and they are just getting it done and finding ways to win here. So if they're ever getting, a lot of points with the spread line, I think you take it, and it's always going to be good value as of right now because they are on a little bit of a streak here, getting it done winning. So we're not going to knock winning, folks. Never that. So C.D. Osman of 17 off the bench, 2 assists, 2 rebounds in 26 minutes, exactly what we're looking for. So very well done for the Cavs. And then for this Raptors team, this is a good team overall, folks. This is not a bad team. I believe they are 6-4 as well. Nick Nurse is truly doing his thing here coaching-wise to get the best out of all these kind of Tier 2 players. Fred VanVleet, 18 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Gary Trent Jr., 17 points, 6 steals. Holy moly. Precious Ochoa, 5 points, 8 rebounds, solid night by him with the +5 on the floor. OG Anunoby led the team in scoring, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Unfortunately, got kind of locked up by Jared Allen down low on the last shot, but overall, a good overall game. And then Scotty Barnes to round out the starters, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Once again, this is a real legit Raptors team out here. So, and then let's also shout out Danilo Banton with 11 points and 2 rebounds off the bench. So very well done with the Cavs getting the win. Jared Allen proving that he's great. Like we know, we've been gushing over Jared Allen all last season, all this season, and we want to see him on a successful, winning, competitive team. And so far, this Cavs team is a successful, winnable, competitive basketball team. So shout out everybody on this Cavs team. Love what we're seeing early from these guys. All right, then we get the Knicks at the Bucks, and man, oh man, the Knicks take down the Bucks, but let's not kind of get too carried away. There was still no Brook Lopez for the Bucks. Drew Holiday still working his way back. I think he's still a little bit on minutes restriction, only 20 minutes, and he's not in the starting role. So overall, we can still celebrate the Knicks, and once again, it may was a little disrespectful not putting the Knicks in the top 10, but we'll see how they do this week and see if we have to kind of move them and squeeze them and find a spot for them in the top 10, but what a great game by this Knicks team. Now, once again, Kemba Walker back to kind of floundering. So we've seen kind of 2 great games by Kemba Walker back to back, but that's why we didn't really put the Knicks in the top 10 because I knew Kemba Walker's great games. I didn't think they would last, and here we are, not really lasting. Only played 15 minutes last night, but 5 points, 1 assist on 25% shooting on 8 shots. I mean, he still managed to get up 8 shots in 15 minutes. We know that Kemba Walker Walker likes to shoot the ball a little bit more than probably he should. And then Derrick Rose off the bench, 23 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds. And I really think that's what we need to start doing with this Knicks team, moving Derrick Rose into the starting rotation and moving Kemba Walker down to the bench. And, playing with this bench squad, it's not kind of a knock or anything, because this Knicks team's second squad is still pretty good as well, having Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickly to kind of work with, and Nerlens Noel. So if you're a point guard running the second unit, you can still kind of have great success because there's good talent on this Knicks bench. So I just think you get more consistent play out of Derrick Rose than you do with Kemba Walker, and I think that's what this Knicks team needs. They need that kind of great start, energetic start, and I just don't think Kemba Walker provides that where Derrick Rose does. So Derrick Rose is still playing starting minutes off the bench with 30. I just really want to see him in the starting rotation, so we'll see if that ever kind of comes to fruition. That's what we've been saying so far all season long, and here we are 10 games into the season, and I'm still saying this, folks. This is what I still want to see. Yes, the Knicks are winning, so we give them credit. I just think putting Derrick Rose in the starting lineup is the best move moving forward as we progress and teams start to kind of figure out their, just rhythm and mentality of what their team is, as they start to kind of face harder competition as the season progresses, as they're fighting for playoff spots come the end of the season. I really think it's going to be Derrick Rose that gives you the best chance to win those kind of high pressure filled games. Kemba Walker just not there, I don't think, folks. Evan Fournier, not a great game either. 7 points on 1 of 6 from 3. Mitchell Robinson at the 5, 4 points, 6 rebounds on 2 shots. Julius Randle still getting it done here. Once again, Julius Randle great in the regular season. So, our mind on Julius Randle is still the same because, we only see him flounder in the playoffs. He was great throughout really the entire season last year in the regular season. He's still doing what he did last year in the regular season here. So we can still praise and celebrate Julius Randle, but once we get to the playoffs, that's really where we have to see the improvement of Julius Randle. But 32 points, 12 rebounds on 3 of 9 from 3, 50% on 22 shots. We'll take that. And then RJ Barrett being the great kind of number 2 here, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Not the most efficient, 2 of 7 from 3, 38% on 21 shots, but still was able to get the job done. So Knicks get the win. And then the Bucks, like we said, still no Brook Lopez. Drew Holiday still getting acclimated back from injury. So George Hill still at the 1, 6 points, 4 assists. Grayson Allen, 22 points, 5 rebounds. Once again, we are loving Grayson Allen. Needs to clean up the defense just a tad, but overall, he brings that level of shooting that you need. And once Drew Holiday gets back and Brook Lopez gets back, the defensive kind of unit for the Bucks will be a little bit better, so that will help out Grayson Allen as well. But overall, we're really just kind of focusing on the scoring by Grayson Allen, and so far we're still getting great, efficient shooting by him really on a nightly basis. So once again, we are big believers in this Bucks team, still buying the Bucks. Grayson Allen still getting it done. Thanasis Antetokounmpo still playing the 5 because of no Brook Lopez, 4 points, 3 rebounds. Giannis, 25 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 9 of 11 from the free throw line, 2 of 7 from 3. Once again, Giannis, you're not quite there yet with the 3, so we really don't want to see 7. He took the tied for third most threes in the game. Grayson Allen took 9. That was the most. Jordan Nora off the bench with 8 threes, and then Pat Connaughton also with 7 threes as well, with Giannis at 7 threes. So we'll give Giannis like 3 or 4 threes a game. I don't know if he's ready to start shooting 7 a game. I would tone it down a little bit, but Giannis, I mean, he can do whatever he wants. It's Giannis, so he's got a free pass to shoot wherever he wants. But I would kind of be like, tone it down a little bit. And then Pat Connaughton, not a great night, 5 points on 1 of 7 from 3, really disappointing. But then off the bench here, Drew Holiday, 10 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds in 20 minutes. So once he gets kind of back into the starting role and playing starting minutes, this Bucks team will be fine. And once again, no Chris Middleton either in this game. And then Jordan Nora off the bench, 13 points. So a good win for the Knicks. Any win is a good win, but, given the context, Bucks missing a couple of starters, we're not going to be selling the Bucks off of this one lone loss. All right, then we get the Clippers at the Timberwolves, and what's going on with the Timberwolves? No D'Angelo Russell, and they lose the game. Once again, Karl Anthony Towns maybe wanting to get out of Minnesota. We don't want to see that, but well done once again by Paul George to lead his team to the victory here. Paul George, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. Absolutely fantastic game. Not great efficiency-wise. 0 of 7 from 3, 20% shooting on 20 shots, but he was able to help lead the way here, led the team in plus minus as a plus 18. And then Reggie Jackson really starting to step it up here over the last couple of games. 20 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. He was a plus 14 on the floor. Great night by him. Zubac down low, 14 points, 14 rebounds. Eric Bledsoe still not kind of being great out here. He could definitely be a little bit better. 9 points on 15% shooting on 13 shots, 0-4 from the 3. But he also had 4 assists and 5 rebounds and 3 steals. So overall, we give him a little bit of credit, but would like to see this man start to step it up. Eric Bledsoe hasn't really been the greatest over the last couple of 3 or 4 years, so we would like to see. I think he had like one great season. Let me quickly do a dive into Eric Bledsoe. I think he's been floundering the last couple of years. What was his best season? Let's see. 20 points. Yeah, 20 points with the Suns in 2015 and 2016, averaging 20-plus points. Last season, averaging 12 points. The year before that, 14. The year before that, 15. So we've seen a little bit of a decline from 2015 all the way to current times. Minutes going down a little bit as well. So could definitely step it up a little bit. Scoring wise, we know he has the ability to score the ball, but we got to see a little bit better out of him. Also off the bench here, Terrence Mann, 13 points and 6 rebounds, helping the team out as well. And then for the Timberwolves, we know really all their scoring comes from their main 3 of Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, and D'Angelo Russell. No D'Angelo Russell here, and it does kind of hurt him. Patrick Beverley steps in for the 1 here with D'Angelo Russell being out, 5 points, 3 assists. Anthony Edwards, 17 points, not really efficient, 3 of 12 from the 3, 22 shots leading to 31% from the field. And then Karl Anthony Towns, 20 points, 8 rebounds, but he was a minus 28 on the floor. Efficient, 63% on 11 shots, but they just didn't have the scoring pace without Anthony Edwards. Malik Beasley does his best to kind of help out, scoring 35 minutes off the bench, 18 points, but the man took 16 threes, folks. 6 of 16 from 3. Jeez Louise. So overall, just the efficiency in shooting was not there for Minnesota, and that's kind of where we kind of fall off on this Minnesota team. We like their big 3, but besides their big 3, they are really nothing. So Karl Anthony Towns might want to blow it all up. We're not going to really blame him for wanting to do so, because this Timberwolves team they're not going to win a championship, and it's still going to be hard to get to the playoffs even if they have the big 3 kind of every single game, and now some are injured and they're not really building around them. So if Karl Anthony Towns wants out, we kind of agree with it a little bit, but we don't want to see it. So it's unfortunate, but they lose by 20 here, 104-84 to the Clippers. All right, then we get the Pelicans and the Warriors in a big blowout here for the Warriors, winning 126-85, but we know this. Still no Zion, still no Brandon Ingram, so once again, it's just Valanciunas by his lonesome out here. We feel so bad for this dude. Got shipped out of the Grizzlies last season, or in this offseason, whenever it officially happened, but now here with the with the Pelicans that have really nothing to win. Jonas Valanciunas, 20 points, 15 rebounds, that's great, but then other than that, nobody did anything really meaningful out here. Josh Hart may be the second best player for this team now, 10 points, 9 rebounds. Devontae Graham, 12 points, 3 assists, and everything else was really, really subpar. So nothing great by the Pelicans, and somehow, wasn't this the game on ESPN last night? They wanted to show this game? Okay. But for the Warriors, Steph Curry, 19 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. Jordan Poole, folks. Jordan Mother-loving Poole, 26 points, led the team in scoring, a plus 31 on the floor. What a great night by him. Kevon Looney down low, 0 points and 3 rebounds, but he only played 11 minutes. Draymond Green, 8 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Classic Draymond game. And then Andrew Wiggins being consistent as always, 16 points, 3 rebounds on 40 36% shooting on 13 shots. Exactly what we need to see. And then off the bench, some solid production by Namaja Jellica, 13.7 rebounds. Gary Payton, 17.6 rebounds. Andre Iguodala, only 2 points, but he had 10 assists. So we'll definitely take that from Iggy down low with the defense and all that. So overall, a good team win here for the Warriors, and they're just waiting on Klay to get back, folks. Klay to get back, and maybe some a big that's really starting to be consistent out there to kind of tie it all together. But other than that, this Warriors team is the real deal, folks, and why we have them at number 4 in our power rankings, and it's definitely going to be challenging moving into the top 3 this week, I would say. Alrighty, 2 games left here. Next game up, we've got the Pacers at the Blazers, and once again, the Pacers lose a close game. What do they got? It's still 2 wins, 3 and 7. They got 3 wins. All right, we disrespected them a little bit. But overall, they lose the games. They lose the close games. Classic. They lose 110-106 here. Now, Sabonis, 15 points, 12 rebounds. Miles Turner, 16.6 rebounds. All that is good. Karis LeVert, 12.6 assists. TJ McConnell, 19.7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. And then Chris Durant, 9 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And then off the bench, Justin Holiday, 12 points, 4 rebounds. So overall, they got decent production, but this is what we see by the Pacers all year, last year, all year, 2 years ago, all year, 3 years ago. This is what the Pacers are, folks. And they lose to the Blazers, and this Blazers team hasn't been winning that many games. What is this, their 3rd or 4th win of the season? 4th and 4 and 5, folks. 4th win of the season here by the Blazers. So it's not like the Pacers were facing some unstoppable force to lose. Damian Lillard didn't even play good. 4 points on 0 of 6 from 3 and 15% shooting on 13 shots. What, Damian Lillard? Where is Dame? Where is Dame? Somebody send out a wanted poster for Damian Lillard, because I don't know who this Damian Lillard they got playing for the Blazers this year, but this is not the old Dame time we know, folks. How unfortunate. He was also a -4 on the floor. Ooh. So this is the games that the Pacers lose, folks. We know this. CJ McCollum, 27.6 assists, 5 rebounds. He stepped up big time. Nurkic down low, 10 points, 9 rebounds. Robert Covington, 19 points, 5 rebounds. And then Norman Powell at the 3, 25 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 rebounds. All around a good game. And then Anthony Simmons off the bench, folks, 16 points. He's going to be a huge factor here to see how deep this Blazers team can go into the playoffs. If they make the playoffs at all, it's really going to be dependent on Anthony Simmons here. Or Damian Lillard if he wants to ever step up and kind of arrive to the scene here. But Blazers get the win there. Very well done. And we already went over the Pacers. Nothing really great across the board to kind of really be the guy. They don't got that kind of closer. They don't have that killer on this Pacers team. Sabonis is good. Miles Turner is good. Karis LeVert is good. But nobody's the killer here to take over the game, win them the game, win those close games. They just don't have that. So Pacers lose another one, 110-106. And then the last game of the night here, Kings and the Hornets, and man, oh man, Kings drop a franchise record 22 threes to win 140, yes, 140, 110, folks, a 30-point win while putting up 140 points. Absolutely fantastic. So if they had their record 22 3-pointers, who took the most threes on this team, folks? Just take a guess. We'll give you 3 seconds. What is your answer? We're talking the Kings, folks. Well, of course it would be Buddy Hield. Of course, 17 threes he took. He went 8 of 17 for the 3, 26 points, led the team in scoring off the bench, still off the bench here, folks. So, if they don't want to trade him, I'm all about this team, folks. I still want to see Buddy Hield on this team. I don't want to see Buddy Hield coming off the bench, but he's still playing kind of solid starting minutes with 30. So, I mean, you got Davion Mitchell, you got Buddy Hield and Tristan Thompson coming off the bench. So, another situation like we talk about. Which team do we talk about like that? The Wizards. A really good starting lineup, and then kind of 3 great bench players that you can kind of run a second unit on. Same thing with the Knicks as well, that you really can run an entire full second unit because you've got great players off the bench here. So if the Kings really, if they do want to keep Buddy Hield, which I think it should be at least an option that they're thinking about, running Davion Mitchell, who is obviously a point guard, Donovan Mitchell's brother, and we know how great Donovan Mitchell is. So, and we saw Davion Mitchell in college. He was looking real good. So, having Davion Mitchell and Buddy Hield and Tristan Thompson running kind of the second squad here for this Kings team, that's all reliable and consistent production you can get off the bench here. You've got the kind of facilitator, you've got the scorer and Buddy Hield who can also kind of beef it up a little bit down low, and then you got the beef down low of Tristan Thompson. So I would kind of like that, but the Kings kind of, I'm guessing, want to get away from that because they're looking to trade Buddy Hield, but we'll see how that progresses as the season continues. But shout out big time to Buddy Hield. De'Aaron Fox, 21 points, 9 assists, a great night by him. Tyrese Halliburton, 14 points. Raquan Holmes, 23 points and 20 rebounds. Holy cow. Maurice Harkless, 10 points, 4 rebounds. And then Harrison Barnes, 14 points and 10 rebounds. And then Davion Mitchell off the bench, maybe his best game, 19 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 4 or 5 from 3, 54% on 11 shots. Now we're starting to see Davion Mitchell kind of get into it a little bit. 10 games under his belt, looking to kind of facilitate the floor for this second squad. And once again, Davion Mitchell, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson. Maybe don't blow it up with trading Buddy Hield, because if you trade Buddy Hield, then that kind of plan just collapses. But this could potentially be something great for the Kings. What do we got here? They're 5-4. They're 5-4, folks. Maybe they can do it. We'll see if they keep Buddy Hield or not. All right, then we get the Hornets. Unfortunate getting blown out here by 30 points. Sheesh. LaMelo Ball, 24 points, 13 assists, tried his damnedest. Terry Rozier, 9 points. He didn't really shoot well. 1 of 7 from 3, 21% on 14 shots. Mason Plumlee down low, 5 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. Miles Bridges, 10 points. And then Gordon Hayward, 25 points, led the team in scoring, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. Off the bench here, Kelly Oubre Jr., 9 points on 10 shots. 1 of 5 from the 3. Once again, Kelly Oubre Jr. Okay, nothing great by this man. Cody Martin off the bench, 12 points, and Nick Richards, 7 points off the bench. So, Kelly Oubre Jr., not great, playing 13 minutes, nothing great by this bench, where the Kings have a really solid bench. So, unfortunate the Hornets lose by 30. Alrighty, that was the NBA from last night. What do we have on tap for tonight's action? Anything great? We have not hit anything in our basketball picks yet, folks, but that's still fine. We've got time to kind of figure it out here. So let's see if there's any great value in the NBA action tonight. We get Rockets, Nuggets minus 11. We are going to stay away from that game. Jazz, Heat minus 2. Can the Heat get back on track? We'll see, coming off of a real not great loss. Bulls, 76ers. Bulls minus 4, 76ers plus 4. This game better be on TV. This is going to be a great game. 76ers at Bulls. Those are 2 of our top 3 teams. 76ers at 1, Bulls at number 3. This game better be on television. No games on television, so you need League Pass. How unfortunate. Alrighty, so you're going to have to use League Pass to watch the best game of the night. 76ers at Bulls, folks. We'll stay away from that. Celtics at Mavericks minus 3.5. Hawks at Suns minus 5. And then Lakers at Blazers minus 5.5 here. No LeBron, so we'll stay away from it. No real great value either way, folks. I'm not seeing any great value tonight, so we'll stay away from it, and we'll try to get back into the NBA betting maybe tomorrow with the better value overall. We're really not seeing anything that is tickling our fancy, if you will. Alrighty, so that is all the NBA we needed to go over